Hey everyone, it is me, Prince Caius here, and I am making a what if Deku had the power of Omni Kings from Dragon Ball, Omni King from Dragon Ball, his powers. So let's get into the video. 3, 2, 1, intro. Deku will be able to erase anyone from existence just by thinking it. Deku can create or destroy anything in a blink of an eye with just thinking it, and he can fly as well. Basically he's God. Okay? He's basically God. But the day Deku and Inko goes to the hospital to see what quirk he has, what Deku's quirk is, the doctor tells them that Deku is quirkless. They go home. Deku is just watching that video of All Might and crying. Inko tells him that she is sorry, just like in the anime. That night, when Deku was laying down, he was wishing he could talk to All Might right now. All of a sudden, All Might appears in a blink of an eye, just poof, in his Small Might form. Deku says, "Who are you?" Small Might looks around himself in shock and says, "I'm your imagination. Go to bed." I just had to add that because when I was typing it, that's literally what I was saying, how I was saying it. Inko hears someone in Deku's room and runs inside there while turning on the light, yelling, "Who are you? I'll call the cops." And looks at Small Might. Small Might walks to Inko, grabbing her, and Small Might buffs up in the living room and says, "I am All Might, and I don't know how I got here." Then All Might goes back into his Small Might form. Inko says, "Who are you really? Are you just an imposter, or are you really him?" Small Might says, "Yes, I am him. I am All Might. Believe me, please." And tells him about his wound and what happened to him. Deku walks in the room while Small Might says, "I am All Might, but I was teleported here, and I think you're kid dumbness." Deku says, "Is that you, All Might? So I do have a quirk. Mom, I have a quirk. I have a quirk." Inko walks up to Deku, getting on one knee and saying, "I guess you do. So what do you think it is, Izuku?" Deku jumps up and down, yelling, "Erase! Erase! Erase! No, wait, I mean, teleport anyone I want to me." Deku starts to float after the next jump, and then floats into the onto the ceiling, and then stops floating and lands down On the ground, all of a sudden, the phone rings. Inko picks up, and it was Bakugo's mom. She is yelling, "Bakugo is nowhere to be found. Is he with you? And with you and Deku?" Inko says, "No, he's not here, either. Maybe, wait, no, 1 second. Deku, say Bakugo." Inko was looking at, Deku while saying that. Deku says, "Bakugo is my best friend." All of a sudden, Bakugo's mom says, "He's back! He's back! In thin air." Inko tells Bakugo's mom what happened to Deku and what he can probably do, and tells her that All Might is here. Inko tells All Might that Deku is needing training and probably needs protection from whatever quirk he has. All Might tells Deku, All Might, okay, so, All Might, ask Deku if he wants to train with him. Deku's like, I want to train, and he's like, right now he's about, 6 or so. I'm guessing 6. So, Deku asks if All Might is his dad. Then they both say, "No, we're not. We're not married. He's not your father." And Deku says, "I want him to be my dad." All of a sudden, there is pictures of All Might and Inko getting married on the walls. And All Might and Inko has a wedding ring all of a sudden out of nowhere. Inko and All Might tells Deku to never use his quirk like that again, or don't hurt anyone. Deku says, fine, I won't do it again, but I'm keeping it like this." A few years go by. Deku and All Might trains for a while. Deku's quirk is getting stronger and stronger. Well, it's not a quirk, it's just a power that he only has, and sees what he can do. All Might tells Inko and Deku what happened to him. Well, All Might tells Deku what happened to him over time. Time for the start of the anime. One day Deku is walking home from school and gets attacked by a sludge villain, but Deku looks behind him and erases the sludge villain out of thin air in a blink of an eye. Then All Might appears to Deku, saying, "I am here," and says, "What did you do? You erased him. Bring him back." Deku's like, "No, he's a villain. He deserves it." All Might's like, fine. A few days go by. Deku goes to UA. The UA test. When Deku gets there, he walks to the door and starts to fall. Then starts to float. Uraraka says, "Sorry, I didn't ask you if I can use my quirk on you. It's a bad omen if you fall on an important day." Deku blushes while flying. He says, "I can do anything with my quirk, so you didn't have to do that, but I'm glad you did, because I wouldn't have been able to be ready for that, because I was thinking about something else. But my name is Azuku Midoriya. Uraraka blushes and says, and is amazed what Deku could do, and says, "My name is Uraraka, but we got to go before we are late for the test." Everything happens until the robots. So, 3, 2, 1. Deku stops time, teleporting everywhere, punching the robots, and robots after robot, robot after robot, and he hits 500 robots in a flash, in no time at all. All of a sudden, well, a few minutes go by, all of a sudden, the 0-point robot is summoned. Deku teleports at the 0-point robot and erases it from existence. Everyone was surprised that the big robot was gone in a flash, and saw Deku teleport to the 0-point robot and away from the 0-point robot in a flash. Barely even saw it. They just saw a glimpse of his green hair and his sports uniform. So Deku got first place in every test. When Deku got home, he waited for a week for his results. After he got accepted to UA, a few days go by, and Deku goes to UA. When he opens the door to 1A, Deku walks in, and everyone runs up to him, asking him what his quirk is, and tells him that it's powerful, and possibly more godlike than All Might's. After that, Aizawa walked in, telling everyone to go, all of them to go outside. After that, when Deku and everyone went outside, the strength test, Deku breaks, obviously. Deku makes the ball teleport to the other side of the galaxy and back into his hands. Deku, in the race and the jump, Deku, not the jump. In the race, he freezes time until he got to the end of the trial, end of the place, end of the track. He unfroze time and walked, and he got 0.001 seconds, and the robot that said his number just blew up. Okay, so, in the jump test, Deku, jumped over the sand thing, but jumped so far he went to Mars, and he realized how far he jumped and jumped back back to Earth. And Deku got first in all of the tests, so he didn't get expelled, and no one else got expelled, so we don't have to worry about that, of expelling anyone, so that's good. The battle test, time for the battle test arc. Deku and Uraraka went in the building. Deku grabs Uraraka and teleports to the bomb and erase all all of their quirks until they won. Then Deku and Uraraka grabs the bomb at the same time, and we're gonna end it off here. Hope you enjoy this what if Deku was the Omni King. So like, comment, subscribe, asking for any what ifs you want, and I'll do them. So hit that outro!